welcome to my channel. I am the Diva Plus, and here on my channel we focus on beauty, fashion, mental health, and wellness. And the most important thing is how to show up for yourself daily. But this particular video, I wanted to feature my love for a brand. If you have not heard of this brand, where have you been? Have you been under a rock? It is called the Lip Bar. Now, of course, I am a little bit impartial. The Lip Bar was born and raised in Detroit, so you already know I ain't even gotta go into why I love them, all right? But they do have bomb quality products. Now, to say that I love the Lip Bar is an understatement. I have this one and another drawer full of the Lip Bar. I just love them. You can catch them, or you can buy them at Target, CVS, and specifically on their website. So I wanted to come to you today to do a fast phase, aka 15-minute phase. Literally, you can get this phase done in no time. I wanted to make a video for busy moms, on-the-go moms, your on-the-go girl, anybody who is basically trying to up their beauty game. All right, so previous videos before, I talked about how I wanted to showcase be your own kind of beauty, which this video is a part of that as well. The Lip Bar actually has something called a fast face bundle that they sell on their site. If you're local to the Detroit area, they have their boutique store downtown on Woodward. But you can go on their website, thelipbar.com, and pick up the Fast Face Bundle, which is everything you need to create a fast face. So this is the look that we came up with. I love it. It is very natural for me. If I could, you already know, I will be a drag queen every single day, but I wanted to give you guys something that will be practical for you to do every single day. So I will see you guys at the end of the video. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is start off with a clean face. I love to go in with the toner. Sea Breeze is my favorite. I just love the minty feeling that it gives, but you can use the one of your preference. I like to also use this Truth Serum. I feel like it gives me just an underlining glow. I love this One Size Secure the Blur Primer, but today I'm going to be using the Face Glue by NYX, all right? I like to take this, put just a dab of it on my fingers, and then I like to rub it to get it warm and just smear it all over my face. Now, you will see in this video, I like to go right in where I laugh. Honey, you know I laugh a lot. I go right in on my laugh lines. I put some down on my neck, and I kind of just put it everywhere else on my face, a little bit on my forehead, and of course, right up under the eyebrows and right up under my eyes. Next, I like to just go in and kind of press that in right into the pores. I've noticed that this makes a big difference when I just take my time and press it right into the skin. Then I'm going to go in with this Exact Arch in deep brown. Y'all, this pen is so good. This pencil is so good. I buy these 2 and 3 at a time, all right? So I like to brush my brows upward, and then I like to go in right on the edge of the tail and make sure everything is up. I start right in the middle, forming a tail, all right? And then I'm just going to go in at the top and blend that in effortlessly. All right, friends, remember, brows are sisters and not twins. So it's okay if your brows do not look exactly alike, as long as they look like they're related, okay? So I'm going to do the same on this brow, and like I said, I'll do the top and the bottom, and then I'll go back over them a little bit towards the front of the hairs as well. Next, I go in with this Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealer. All right, say that double time. In cinnamon and the number 4. Now, with concealer, if you look at the brush that I'm using, I like to use something that has a very flat surface. And also, quick tip, you can use the concealer. So I didn't like the bottom of that, the tail of that brow. So I just took that concealer and went over that, and then, honey, it is good as new, all right? So of course you're gonna do both sides, and I like to blend that down to my eyes as well. Gonna go in with a brush, something that's domed. All right, I love a dome brush, and you're gonna blend out the bottom of that, so to make sure that it's blending very seamlessly. Next is the Fast Face Skin Serum Foundation. This one is 502. Now, what I love about this foundation, it comes with a brush at the top. So you really, if you didn't want to use a foundation brush, you didn't have to. But of course, I love to. But I apply it using the brush that's located on the top. Now, this particular brush came with the Fast Face set. One side is domed and the other side is contoured. Honey, I love it. I use it down. So you normally do about 1 to 2 pumps. I go in wherever I see imperfections. I have a natural contour, but I like to get rid of that and then just go back in and add something to it. I also have a lot of acne scars that, thank God, are clearing up. So I go in and put some there as well. Next, I like to go in with this brush, the Fast Faced Angled Side, and blend that in. Now, if you look at this, do you see how effortlessly this is blended in? The lip bar, honey, y'all did the thing. Most of the time, most women, particularly Black women, we have to use 2 foundations to get the perfect tone because of olive undertones or neutral undertones or red undertones. But the lip bar did its thing. So that's why I recommend it so much. It is like perfection. All right, so then I take the concealer and I dot some of that on both of my eyelids. I like to use a concealer as a primer for the eyelid. I like it because it takes some of the decoloration I have for my eyelids away. And then I also like to go right up under there and get some brightness up under the eyes. And again, because it does have caffeine, it does give you that wake up look. Then I like to go in my Milani Make a Last. Now, of course, this isn't made by the Lip Bar. They do have their own setting spray, which the next time I'm in Detroit, I'll just pick it up. But I like to go in and spray quite a bit. This helps to blend that concealer in. And I also like to let it dry down and get matte versus just going right in when you put it on. It makes a big difference. I like to use that angle side, the side that I use for the foundation, and just go right in and blend that as much as I can. So you want to take your time and blend down as much as you possibly can. This is going to be the difference in your technique and what your skin looks and feels like. If there's a lot of product just sitting on top of the skin, you're going to notice a huge difference. So take as much time as you can to blend that down. I like to take a little bit of the concealer. Of course, this is an optional thing. You don't have to do it. But because I want to look awake and I want to look consistently awake, I like to take a little bit down there on the chin, blend that out. And also in my laugh lines as well, just to brighten me up a little bit. Next, I like to go in with this huge body blender. Even though it's for the body, I love to use it for my face. It kind of helps mattify everything that's on your face, and it also helps to get rid of any buildup or any excess of product that you leave on your face. And I just love it. Like I said, if you look at the before and after, it really does make a difference. Then I like to go in with another beauty blender with my favorite setting powder. Fun fact again, everything that is a liquid requires some kind of setting. So, liquid loves to roll and do its own thing. So, I like to go right in, especially right up under the under eye, and set that concealer so that way it's not moving and creasing. I like to go in pretty heavy and then we'll just sweep off the excess. I also like to apply it to my laugh lines and also to my chin where we applied that additional product. Taking the pointed side of the brush, we're just going to wipe off that additional excess. Now, again, like I said, don't worry about how heavy this powder looks. That's what the setting spray is for, is to get rid of that powder finish. But it does make a difference when you go in a little bit heavy. This is where the magic happens. You're going to take your setting spray and spray your face like your life depends on it. This is going to get rid of the powdery finish and also make it look more like skin. All right, so this Finish Face Palette, it's one for your face, one as blush, one for contour, and one for highlight. I like to go in with that contour shade right where my crease is and use windshield wiper movements. And you will notice this is going to diffuse that line. It's not going to make it like just some dark shadow right in the crease. And like I said, you just want to take your time and blend that as much as you can. Now again, this definitely is an optional thing, but if you notice the difference from the eye that I did and the eye that I didn't do, contouring just gives your face some added definition. And then I take another brush. It's the same kind of fluffy brush that I use. It's just smaller, and I like to go in and diffuse that line. That way it's more blended out and it looks a lot better. Again, this is another optional thing to do, but I love to do this. Go in with my finger and I just put a little bit of that and just spread it across both eyes. If you look at this, it really like just gives that little pop, wake up look, and it's not too much. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just perfection. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do it, but to me, it does make a difference in the look. I like to use that brush that I use for the contour shade just to diffuse where I put that gold shadow, so that way it just doesn't just lay on top of the eye. It looks more of a diffused blended look. This is their Lash Flash Strengthening Mascara. Even though I have on falsies, I like to just put a thin coat on top of this. But even if you don't have on falsies, it does make a difference in the look. I just like the way it looks. Using an angle brush, I love this brush for Morphe. I love it to apply because it's so big. I love it to apply contouring. I'm going to go right into that contour shade and go right into the hollows. Now, if you want to know how to do a contour, you're going to start right at the top of your ear and just go down. You can even do what I'm doing, which is do almost like a fishy look or fishy lips, and just apply that right in that contour. And again, this is optional. I just love it because it provides a lot of definition to your face. Again, optional stuff. I like to go in on the sides of my nose and contour. Shout out to my daddy for giving me a big snoz. So like I said, this is definitely optional, but I just love, again, to provide some definition to my face. Next, using a blush brush. I love this brush because I literally like to just go right in. I like to do 2 little dots on each side and then take my time, smile, and blend that out. Now, this is my second favorite part about makeup. I love to go in and take my time and do the bottoms of my lashes. Now, again, this is the optional step, but when I tell you it makes a huge difference, it gives you just an awake look, a Barbie doll look, whatever look, but it is gorgeous. You just have to take your time and really go in and get those bottom lashes, but I promise you it will make a difference in your look. I mean, can you look at that? Look at the difference between the one that has it and the one that doesn't. Perfection. Using the brown lip liner, Straight Living, I would say this would be a dupe for Max Chestnut. Child, I buy these things 2 and 3 at a time, and I like to really go in on my corners, and I like to overline my bottom lip. Even though I have pretty full lips, I just like the look of a fuller bottom lip. Of course, again, this is optional, but I do love the way that it looks. Then you're gonna go in. This is the Botanical Lip Oil in Crowd Pleaser. Shout out to my girls, Alana and Amber. If you follow me on Instagram, you will probably see them on my page. They're in the new lip bar ad. Oh my God. Bees knees. But I really love this lip oil. It feels very, very good on the lips. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. Tell me what you think. Get into these eyes, get into the skin. Honey, she is beat down. All right, y'all, so this is the end of the video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. The only thing that I added is my moles. So when I put foundation completely on my face, if you look at my face prior to foundation, I have these moles. So I literally just go in and enhance my moles. This one, fun fact, if you don't know, if you have some acne, you can always just put a little dot on it and make it a mole. All right, so I love moles. It is my thing. So that is the only thing I did, that, and I just enhanced the tails on my brows a little bit more. But y'all, literally, this is a fast face for me. You can get this done in 15 minutes. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you decide to do a fast face, please tag me down below or tag me and follow me on Instagram. I would love, love, love to see your fast face. All right. I will see you in the next video. And as always, thanks for watching.